What's up, guys? LD Moto back with you. Last video, I'm sorry if I made anybody misunderstand. I'm not quitting. That's not what I was trying to say, but the old school SYX is probably done. Or is it? As you guys probably already know, the frame is bent. We showed that a little bit. It was just a little unplanned video. I just wanted to get that out there real quick, because just in case you guys are, or your kids are getting to that point where they're starting to jump, I wanted to make sure everybody knew right away. Yeah. I was thinking maybe it's because of the little added weight. No, it can't just be that, because it's not that much heavier, and it shouldn't have made that big of a difference. And the thing is, I haven't even been on it in like months. I just told him I didn't want to get on it because I didn't want to, take a chance of breaking it. But he really loves this bike. So the idea is, should we build the SYX-R? It'll still look like the SYX, but it'll be a much sturdier frame. And the thing is, we have a frame. I've been talking to Liam because he really wants to keep this bike. I mean, he still has some time on it, so I'm game. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment below and tell me what you think too. But I mean, suggestions, ideas, because we really want to do this, and I think we can probably make this happen because this motor still got a lot of life in it too. And I don't want it just to be a KTM, because this bike was kind of cool. It was his first bike, and we can probably make it just a little bit better. But let me show you what the idea is. The idea is to use this frame, clean it up, get it all straightened out, and make it look good. He wants it black, so it looks like the SYX, and trying to use the SYX plastics on it. I don't think it would be impossible. The thing is, the front forks on here will not work on there. I wouldn't use them anyways. This thing, we would probably have to use a lot of parts off of it, which is not a bad thing. And you ask, why are you taking apart a good bike? Well, the thing is, there's no compression really left in it. I cleaned the plug, it'll run for a short period of time and it's done. I even cleaned the carburetor, it ran for just a few minutes and did the same thing. Yeah, I don't have a compression tester, but just after experiencing good compression, you can kind of just tell there's just not much there. So yeah, it's an old motor. I'm sure it's got a lot of hours on it too. So I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. But yeah, we want it to look like the SYX. That's the plan. I'm gonna probably start taking this thing apart and see kind of what's going on there with the frame. I mean, you can tell it's wrinkled right here. It's pulled away. The gas tank's smushed back. Seat's wrinkled. Looks like there's a little crack right in there. But yeah, that's probably why we should have done the full frame thing a long time ago. But in a way, I'm happy this happened. I'm not happy that it bent while he was riding it. I'm glad it didn't break. But I'm happy that it happened because I really wanted to build the SYX-R. And I mean, I've talked about it a few times, and I think the time is now. So stick around today. I'm gonna start tearing into the SYX, and maybe we can get this frame up here and do a little mock-up, kind of get an idea of what we can got going on there. But thank you for watching. Let's see how the rest of the day goes in the LD Moto Shop. Alrighty guys, before we get start tearing into the SYX, I'm gonna clean it up. This video is not sponsored by Super Clean, but I've been using this stuff a lot lately, so I decided to get a bigger jug. Works pretty good. But if you guys decide to use this stuff, just make sure you read the label first. Don't just start spraying it on anything. But yeah, she's pretty dirty, so if we want to be working on this thing, taking it apart, might as well clean it up before we tear it apart. Make the process a lot easier when we start putting it back together. But alright, I'm going to do this, and we'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Yeah, I got that all cleaned up. When I first started this channel, or when we first got the dirt bike, my first idea was like, man, we should build our own dirt bike. And that's kind of where the SYX was going. We were building it ourselves. Well, we were making it you know, best for what we were doing. But now, see if we can take it to the next level before he completely outgrows the 50cc bike. I mean, he's ready for a 65. He really wants one. He's actually rode this quite a few times. We haven't recorded it because, you know, it's just one of those things. He cannot reach the ground at all. He can ride it around just no problem. Yeah, that's much higher than you know, stock too. It's just a little above my waist. But yeah, he rides that thing and he's not scared of it. I mean, he obviously has to come up on somebody when he's ready to stop. But back to the subject. I'm gonna probably go get the GoPro and get some time lapse of taking this sucker apart, and once we get down to the frame, we'll get a little more inspection on there. But obviously we can see where it finished. But look, it barely even turns. It barely even turns anymore. So I mean, if he would have turned too hard and like cracked the gas tank open too, there's just all around things that could have been very, very bad for my son if he was riding this. Just, guys, I'm not knocking the bike. He just outgrew it. But if you have this bike, just be really careful and keep an eye on little things like that. You know, originally when we first started this, it had the original 50cc motor in it, and it had some flex in it too. But, you know, yeah, now the frame's got some flex in it. It just doesn't go back where it was supposed to. But anyways, enough talk. I'm going to go grab the GoPro and get my music back on and start disassembling the SYX. Hopefully we can start on the SYX-R design. Obviously you can kind of see what's going on there. Yeah, it's just turning itself into a little taco joint. Not a big deal. I mean, yes, it sucks, but it gives us, like I was saying, gives us a reason to make something better. But yeah, this is where I welded a long time ago. If for any of you guys that have been around, you might remember, but some of the new people, I did add some strengthening pieces down here originally. But I guess I put it in the wrong spot, because if I would have put it up here, it probably would have broke down here. But yeah. Alright, little update here. I just pulled the intake tube off the carburetor and I noticed a bunch of dirt in there. So I don't know how much life is going to be left on this motor. I mean, if that got into the cylinder, that could have probably done some damage. It probably definitely took some hours off of it for sure. Alright guys, I kind of got something mocked up. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see what we can do with the SYX-R and the build that we got, I want to do with it and see where we go with it. But thank you for watching. I'm going to show you what I kind of got going on right now. This is just a mock-up. Obviously things are going to have to change a lot. But alright, that's enough talk. Let me get over here and show you what we got going on. Yeah, I mean, generally, obviously it's still pretty bare. It's missing the forks and all that. This is just kind of getting an idea of the logistics of it. Obviously, the original gas tank will not work with this. I was talking to Liam. We were gonna try and make it, you know, as much as SYX as possible, or make it look at least like, you know, as much like the one he had. But I don't know how much we'll be able to use. I mean, we should be able to use the back portion of this, and I might just redo the seat from that and keep as much as we possibly can, because I have the old gas tank, but I don't like it. But they do sell a lot of different gas tanks that we could probably get to work with this the way we want. Thank you guys for watching LD Moto channel, and let's see what the future brings for the SYXR and us. We got you know, a bunch of new subscribers. We do this for fun. Obviously, we're not going to make anything with it for a really long time, but you know, it's still fun doing it, and we have no problem putting in the work and getting to that point. But we thank you all the new subscribers. Stick around, because let's see what we have in the future for the shop and little guy. See how if he can get to a track and actually enter a race for once, because you know, see what happens, guys. But anyways, thanks for watching.